both your sons went on to play in the NHL. How did it feel to have Brandon and then Jordan make it to the show?
It was like I said, I had mixed emotions about the game growing up. I loved the game itself, but I wasn't really crazy about the politics inside the game and all this stuff. So I built a rink in my backyard like I built one for myself, but this time I had a water hose. And I was able to afford putting boards and lights, and the kids grew up, and I put them in the game because I think the game is one of the best games ever. I really do. Uh, but I didn't put them in to play in the National Hockey League. I put them in because and then their skill just got better and better, and they both had a chance to play in the Ontario Hockey League, and both got a chance to get drafted into the National Hockey League. First, Brandon I believe he was drafted by New Jersey at the first, didn't come to contracts with New Jersey, went back in the draft, got drafted by Vancouver, made his NHL debut with the Carolina Hurricanes. And his younger brother, Jordan, was just kind of growing up watching and trying to follow in his brother's footsteps. And he was lucky enough to get drafted by LA in the seventh round and to win Stanley Cup his first year in 2012. And to win it again in 2000 and to back-to-back, or no, 212 and 214 was incredible to be part of that. And then he was part of St. Louis Blues. But the best thing, I'm not too sure if you have a picture of this, but to bring it back to Garden River, the trophy, the Stanley Cup, and to go on a railroad track. My brother Rick, who passed on, he was a fire chief at home. And he went on this railroad track, and he got some belts, and he tied himself down with some friends, and they painted a sign across the bridge that said, "This is Indian land." And we talked about it as a family. And when Jordan won the cup, I said, wouldn't it be cool to bring that trophy back and stand on top of that railroad track and to present it to the community. So it was a really special moment. And the next year we brought it home. We brought it to a powwow in Garden River First Nations, and a lot of our people came to celebrate. So it was and we had a sunrise ceremony at the graveyard, because both my parents have passed on. We had a sunrise ceremony at the graveyard. My father's name was Stanley, so bring the Stanley Cup to his was really, really cool. So it was kind of emotional, kind of a ride for a couple of years, but it was really, really cool. But I'll share one more, because we have sweat lodges and ceremonies and what have you. And I went to a big sweat lodge one day, and during the sweat lodge at the end, the elder who was controlling the lodge, he said, "We're going to have a special drum for a coach here," because they all called me coach, and we're gonna win them a Stanley Cup. And at the time, I wasn't working in the NHL, and I said, "Before you do that, you got to give me a team first." He said, no, we're going to win you a Stanley Cup. They started drumming. That was 2011, and in 2012, Jordan wins the Stanley Cup. So it was magical.
And he won Stanley's Cup. Well, we have a clip from that moment. So let's roll that, Vic. That magical moment.
I can't put it in words. I mean, for what he did, it's really incredible.
No, Jordan, when you were called up from Manchester, you told me no one ever told you, for as good as you played after that you were staying. You think you're staying now?
Yeah, it's definitely unbelievable. Come up from Manchester up there in the American League and to come here as an AC team and win the Stanley Cup. No, I can't put it into words.
Quickly, Ted, how do you think a 7th round draft pick made it all the way to this moment?
Well, you know what? I don't really think Jordan was really a 7th round pick. It just he made some choices when he was 18, 19 years old, and started working on his game instead of just relying on his natural ability. He put a lot of work in the summertime, and he's developed. And I have to give the Kings a lot of credit. I mean, Mike Fita drafted him when maybe Dean didn't think so, and then Dean watched him in the minors. He didn't play very well. And all of a sudden, to keep sticking with him, and here it is today, raising the Stanley Cup. It's incredible.
Was incredible, wasn't it? Jeez.
Yeah, I tell you, it was a lot of fun. I tell you, expensive as heck too, because flying to LA is not cheap, and getting tickets for the game, everybody thinks you get free tickets. That's not the case. And then they play in New Jersey, and you got to fly over there to watch it. I'm going home. I've been paying off the bill ever since, but I tell you, it was worth every nickel of it. My oldest boy, Brandon, he was he was traveling with us back and forth, and finally he had to tap out. He tapped out. I think the first year, the seventh game, because it just got so expensive to go. But yeah, we're there with him. It was a lot of fun to watch.